So good evening, guys. My name is Maurya Hanspal, and in this session, we're gonna talk about and continue our previous sessions on the topics of technical analysis. So this is the session number 3 on technical analysis. Though we have also talked about like technical analysis in detail, like when we were talking about like fundamental analysis. So at that time, I discussed like some of the tools with you. But these sessions, like which are being held separately on technical analysis, are completely dedicated towards in-depth tools on technical analysis. So in the previous session, we tried to understand the basics of technical analysis, the assumptions of technical analysis, why technical analysis came into play. Then we also talked about the behavioral finance or the financial psychologies or the investor psychologies that different investors have in the market. So that was the basic premise of technical analysis, that why did technical analysis came into existence. Then after that, like what did we do? Then after that, we also tried to test about like some of the theories of technical analysis. Like for example, the efficient market hypothesis, the Dow Jones theory, the Elliott wave theory. So all these theories also we tried to analyze that how did these theories came into place and how do they really work in the field of technical analysis. So in the previous session, we talked about the trend analysis in detail, and that was the very first tool that we started to talk about because trend analysis is a kind of basic tool that is seen everywhere. Like in every chart, in every analysis on any of the channels, basically all the future assumptions, all the predictions are based on technical analysis. That is the first tool, and we call it as the trend analysis or the pattern analysis. So in this session, we try to talk about the resistance and the support levels and how to like derive the values for resistance and support levels, basically how to calculate the resistance and support levels that we would try to understand. So how to do it? Like for example, firstly, let's understand the concept of resistance and support. Like for example, these are just two lines and the stock market is trading between the two. You can take the example of a Nifty or you can take the example of Sensex or even any of the stocks that you want to analyze. There are 2 points like between which the price tends to circulate. I'm not saying it would always circulate between these two levels, but it tends to circulate over a long term period. Okay, this upper line is called your resistance. I am not saying that the price would circulate like between these two lines always. Okay, but on a simple scenario, and the lower line is called the support. So basically, what do we mean by resistance and support? The upper line resistance means that the stock price won't breach this upper line. Like for example, if there are some levels in the market, the stock price is trading between the level. The stock price won't breach this level and go away. It will come here and then bounce down, but it won't cross this line. So that is the resistance level. And resistance level came into existence like not like suddenly. It like came into existence on the basis of the past analysis and on the basis of past data or the historical stock prices, and that we'll try to understand practically, so there is no need in that and no problem or confusion. So when we talk about support, support is the level like below which the price won't go down. The price would come here, it would touch here max to max and again go up, but it won't go down. So that is basically the resistance and support levels like between which the price has to circulate. Okay, but the price doesn't circulate always. There are certain resistance and supports which have came into place on the basis of past historical data. Okay, and once again, the level of resistance for me, it might not be same as some other person. I might say that the level of resistance is like for example like 17,000, and I believe that the stock price would cross 17,000 over a long term period or a short term period. So like on the basis of the trading period. Okay, it can happen that you are trading that you are like doing it on a 1 month basis, a 5 month basis, or 1 day basis. So according to that, that resistance level would be changed as per your trading. Okay, but again, if I am trading for like for a 30-second period, and some other person is also trading for the same period, his like resistance level might be some other. For me, it might be like 17,000, and for that person, it might be around like 17,100. For some persons, it might be like 17,500. For some persons, it might be like 16,900. Similarly, if my support level is 16,000, for me, for the same time duration for same stock, it might be like for someone, the support level might be like 16,100, or there might be some people for whom the support level might be like 15,900. Okay, so this is completely based on behavioral finances and investor psychology. But the main essence of resistance and support is the price won't cross up the resistance level or the price won't fall below the support level. But time happens when they breach the resistance and support level as well. कि price यहाँ ऊपर चला गया and price नीचे चला गया. And that is why you achieve like new highs in the stock market or Nifty or Sensex, or like you receive like newer lows or like market crash. Okay, and this process when the market breaches the resistance level or support level is called the breakout level. Breakout level. Okay, now how to calculate the resistance and support? Like theoretically we have a formula, but that formula like doesn't work so much. Thus for like theoretical level it can help you a bit, but looking at the charts in the practical manner can help you in a bigger way. Okay, so like what is the formula? We calculate the pivot points, pp, that is your high plus low plus close, or instead of L you can say high plus the opening price plus the closing price. Okay, like for example, if our period for analysis is 1 month, अगर हम 1 month का कर रहे हैं, okay, तो 1 month में उस स्टॉक प्राइस का हाईएस्ट वैल्यू कितनी हुई है, and what was the opening value at the starting of 1 month if my data for like analysis is like 1st January to 31st of January. तो 1st January का opening price, 1st January to 31st of January का highest, and 1st January to 31st of January, मतलब कि 31st of January का last point क्या था, whole divided by 3. Now to calculate the resistance level, जो हमारा ये आंसर आया है, so we'll be doing is that 2 into pp for resistance, like what do you do, minus, you can do either like the lowest level, and for the support you can do 2 into pp minus the highest level. And अगर ये low and high लेना ही है, तो instead of taking the opening price, you can take it as the lower price to have a good estimation. ठीक है, because again यहाँ formula में भी हम lower price use कर रहे हैं and higher price use कर रहे हैं. Though like some people use opening also, ठीक है, but then like you have to take some other values, then अलग से search करके तुमको मतलब कि low value निकालनी पड़ेगी. So it is ideal to use in high, low, close, take the average. Then जो भी आंसर आ रहा है for the purpose of resistance, like multiply it by 2 minus the lowest price. Then for the purpose of support, 2 into pp minus the highest price. So let's take an example. If for example the highest price for a stock has been like 500 rupees, okay, the lowest price for the stock has been like 100 rupees, okay, and the closing price has been 300 rupees. Now it says to calculate the resistance and the support level for the stock. How to do it? First take the average of all three and divide it by 3. 600 plus 300, 900 by 3. So your 300 is your like pivot point. Up to calculate the resistance level, you do 2 into 300 minus the lowest level. And for the support level, you do 2 into 300 minus the highest level. 2 into 300, 600, 600 minus 100, 500. 200, 600, 600, 600 minus 500, 100. So 500 is a resistance level and 100 is a support level. मतलब ये दो लाइन्स होंगी, यहाँ 500, यहाँ 100, एंड स्टॉक प्राइस वुड बी लाइक ट्रेडिंग बिटवीन द टू. ब्रीच कर गया, सो दैट वुड बी अ ब्रेकआउट. ठीक है. So let's try to understand in the real life scenario. So that is the trading view. Okay, you can just type it on Google like trading view and click on the first option and click on charts. Yeah. So here we have the following example of Nestle. चलो अगर हमने लिया कि Nestle का example लिया हमने, ठीक है. So this is the chart pattern of Nestle and it is for 30 minutes. हम 30 minutes को like one day कर देते हैं because अभी like 30 minutes का कोई chance नहीं बनता because the market is closed. Okay. या like हम पास वन बंद कर देते हैं. So let's expand it a bit for more understanding. Okay. Like some people have a doubt. Like some people like do not get these values here, and like they get the values in percentage. For that, like you have a sign here of percentage and values. You can change it. Okay. So going rightwards, having the latest data. So like if we look today, Nestle closed at around this price. अगर हम देखें, see around 18,384.40. 18,384 मान के चलो that Nestle had closed. Up on the basis of this, if someone wants to predict the resistance and support level, then how you gonna do it? Okay. बस एक लाइन लेते हैं यहाँ से, horizontal line. Yeah. अब let's look the past data यहाँ तक का. ठीक है. What has been the highest level of Nestle that Nestle had attained in the past? If you look at the past, highest level that Nestle had attained. ये वाला point we can say around 19,505 on the basis of this 1 month data I'm saying. ठीक है. हो सकता है इससे पहले मतलब कि नेस्ले का प्राइस ज्यादा हुआ हो, बट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दी 1 मंथ डेटा 19,505. तो यहाँ पे हमने एक लाइन लगा दी. तो दैट इज योर रेजिस्टेंस लाइन. मतलब अभी तक इतना हाईएस्ट गया है एंड इसको ब्रीच नहीं करा. तो दैट इज योर द मोस्ट ऑप्टिमिस्टिक रेजिस्टेंस. मोस्ट ऑप्टिमिस्टिक, ऑलमोस्ट 20 पे जाने वाला, द मोस्ट ऑप्टिमिस्टिक. बट इज दैट द ओनली रेजिस्टेंस? नो. Second resistance you can plot once again because like these levels like cannot be one. ठीक है. वन से ज्यादा भी हो सकते हैं. That is why the formula doesn't work in real life. ठीक है. Let me cut this. Yeah, I'll take it as once again horizontal line. Yes. Next one can say immediate resistance. अगर हमें देखनी है immediate resistance after 18,384. What can be the immediate resistance? Immediate resistance can be somewhere around 18,666. First resistance. इसको ब्रेक कर दिया तो ब्रेकआउट लेवल आ जाएगा. फिर जब ब्रेकआउट लेवल हो जाता है तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि रेजिस्टेंस को भूल जाओ. फिर नई रेजिस्टेंस आएगी. अगर वो भी लाइक ब्रेकआउट लेवल हो गया, फिर नई रेजिस्टेंस आएगी. नेक्स्ट रेजिस्टेंस कैन बी दिस पॉइंट. यू कैन से 18,881. नेक्स्ट रेजिस्टेंस कैन बी समवेयर हियर एज वेल. बट यहाँ पे ज्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं है ना, यहाँ पे और यहाँ पे ज्यादा डिफरेंस है. ठीक है. तो हम नेक्स्ट रेजिस्टेंस वी कैन से दिस. बट अगर बात आई सपोर्ट की कि जहां से प्राइस नीचे ना गिरे, तो इन द पास्ट व्हाट हैज बीन द सपोर्ट लेवल फॉर नेस्ले? सबसे लोएस्ट पॉइंट अगर हम देखें तो ये वाला रहा, 18,224. So this can be our first support on the basis of the previous data. ठीक है. और अगर हम अपना टाइम पीरियड बढ़ा दें और हम देखें कि 18,000 उससे भी प्राइस नीचे गिरा है क्या? पास्ट हिस्ट्री में नहीं गिरा. 3 मंथ चार्ट एनालिसिस कर लें अगर हम, नहीं गिरा, तो हमें लाइक उससे भी पहले जाना पड़ेगा जब 18,300 से भी नीचे. देखो this 17,000 वाला मार्क 17,624 can be as a new support. अगर हम 6 मंथ्स का डेटा देखें. So देखो, so that is how your people can calculate the resistance and support level on the basis of real life market data. ठीक है, एंड उसमें लाइक फॉर्मूलाज पर काम नहीं करने वाला. ठीक है, तो हम बोल सकते हैं कि नेस्ले का द मोस्ट ऑप्टिमिस्टिक लेवल दैट नेस्ले कैन गो ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ, जो हमने लाइक 1 मंथ डेटा निकाला था 19499. ओके, हम यहाँ पे थे. एंड द लोएस्ट पॉइंट इट कैन गो ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ जनवरी का डेटा इज 18211, बट अगर हम 6 मंथ्स का डेटा देखें इट वाज गोइंग लाइक बिलो 17,000 ऑल्सो. ठीक है, so that was like all about the resistance and support level. In the next session I would be talking about the simple moving average, exponential moving average, and moving average convergence divergence, the MACD indicator. Okay, that was all